And I've watched some episodes of Loki, but I'm still too behind. Did you want to spoil Loki?
Let's spoil Loki.
You're all about spoiling Loki?
Let's do it.
Okay, then, great.
Now, normally we do a video on this, but who cares at this point?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought it was a pretpretty strong series, though, all in all. I don't know if I enjoyed as much as the first series, but I will say that, like, it does feel like, maybe I did. It does feel like that, because the creatives behind it have said, like, this is supposed to be 2 series and this is the story. And it definitely feels like that.
Okay.
Like there is an open-endedness to the end of it, like in
Right.
certain elements of things and people that could show up.
Uh-huh.
But it really feels like, no, this wasn't a wishy-washy kind of whatever and we'll
Okay.
fix it in post and
Yeah,
I don't know,
right.
we'll change the ending at the last minute to a big punch up on the sun or something. Like
Well, that would be awesome,
It
though.
would be awesome.
It'd be awesome and epic.
But it ends like in a couple of interesting ways. One, that this variation on Loki, who's not the original Loki because the original Loki dies. People know this,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
So this guy,
But he's basically the original
He's basically
version of
the
Loki
same
because he
guy.
watched a video
He
about
watched
the
a
original
video.
about the original Loki's life, and he went, "Oh, I'm up to speed now."
Yeah, I get
and
it.
I've learned all the moral
I
lessons
have
he learned.
empathy, and I'm alive.
Yeah.
2 things.
Yeah.
So at the end, so basically it turns out that the He Who Remains, one of the Kangs, the guy that they killed in the first end of the
Yes.
series, he knew that was going to happen and basically it got stuck in this kind of perpetual time loop where Loki harnessed his time-skipping powers where he could go to any point in time, right?
Okay.
And stop time and do all sorts of time-related things. So Loki's trying to go back and basically fix the timelines from collapsing in on themselves. But in doing so, like the ultimatum is like he has to stop He Who Remains from being killed.
Okay.
And that guy knew that. Like he always knew that even though Sylvie stabbed him, that Loki would have to
save
come
him.
back and save him at some point.
Okay.
This is going to sound strange.
But Loki figures out that because he's a big time god, that he basically changes the whole multiverse thing, and he grabs all the different timelines and he reignites them, and then he has a big Loki gown and outfit and hat.
Okay.
And he wraps all the kind of the time things.
He just reading from the script.
These are all the things that Owen Wilson is saying towards the end of the show, and then he sits in the middle.
He's got a gown and a hat.
Wow. And he sits in a big time tree,
Okay.
and all the timelines are around him. So Loki's role in the universe now, or this version, is like the guardian of the multiverse.
Okay, sure.
And in doing so, also, he basically circumvented everything that Kang and various Kangs were trying to do.
Well, isn't that convenient?
Well, it also says at the end that, like, I think we've fixed all the Kang stuff.
Terrific.
But maybe.
Hang on,
we'll
what do you
see.
mean by that?
Well, because they go, all the Kang variants are being watched and under control. And we
Oh,
got,
that's
and we-
convenient.
and we got
all
this.
infinite of them, all infinity of them.
Yeah, they got it.
Oh, that's great.
So, and Victor Timely, they stop him from getting the TVA book. So none of that happens.
Okay, all right. So
but
he doesn't get turned into spaghetti.
Yeah, but he's also, well, he does. In the last episode, he gets spaghetti
Spaghetti fight again.
thousands of times or
Oh,
whatever.
no.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's interesting the way they play with time in the last episode because the first thing Loki tries to do is like use the Victor Timely device to set it within the multiverse thing and like redirect the flow.
Okay.
And he's trying to figure out how to do it. And he's like, doesn't have enough time. So he says to Kei Kwan's character, can you teach me about like astrophysics or whatever? How long did this take? And he's like, I don't know, like a lifetime. And Loki's like, great. So Loki goes back in time and learns like a lifetime's worth of like astrophysics.
Bill and
time
Ted's
stuff.
Bogus Journey
Yeah,
style.
basically. But it happens in like a second.
Yeah,
like
right.
it just cuts to the next
That's
thing.
what happens in Bill and Ted's Bogus
Yes,
Journey.
exactly.
They go and learn how to play
Yeah.
guitar.
That was a fast 16 months of intensive guitar training, dude.
Anyway,
they come back with big long beards.
Anyway, it doesn't work. But
no.
but it's fun. Like it's just all these. He spends like who knows how much time like trying to fix it at different points.
Groundhog
And,
Day style.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay.
So yeah, if you were like maybe down on Captain Marvel or like which again we weren't, but
or just a sad sack generally.
yeah, then this is I think this is
Okay.
This clearly again like they thought about it. It feels like 2 seasons. It feels like the end of. Like, it could be the end of Loki. It won't be, but it could be the end of Loki.
Do you feel like Sylvie got a little bit underused in the second
I'd
season?
say so, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a wig. I found out, I saw it on Instagram, it's a wig.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Who are you talking about?
Sylvie, it's a wig.
Oh.
It's a mullet wig.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
What do you think of that?
I think that's great.
Oh, it tricks me. Because
Yeah.
you couldn't see the hairline. That's how
that's how they
It's
do
Captain Marvel wearing a wig, by the way, in the latest
yeah.
movie. Yeah. But I thought it was really good. And Kang is dead, maybe, depending what happens in real life.
Yeah.
So... What do you think of that, Mason? You going to watch it or are you just going to...
Yeah, I'll finish it off.
Yeah, you should. It's fun.
Okay,
It's
great.
good. It's a good aesthetic. And,
Also, you described it badly, so I still have no idea what happened.
I don't understand what you've just said.
So
I described it perfectly, Mason. I think everybody will...
you got a wig and a gown.
He didn't
So
have a
thanks
wig.
for the spoilers.
He didn't have a wig. He had a hat.
Okay.
He had a big time hat, probably.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So anyway,
Loki, use the time hat.
Okay.
Wow,
Anyway, so
wow,
he's sitting.
wow.
Loki's sitting in a tree.
Okay, great.
Like
Is
a-
it the world tree?
Yeah, some kind of weird
Yggdrasil?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
You know.
I don't, Mason.
Alright.
I don't, and it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You watching anything
You
else?
don't, and it does matter. I started listening to Matthew Perry's autobiography.
Oh yeah.
Um,
you listening to Matthew Newton's autobiography? Is that what you said?
Matthew Perry.
You said Matthew Newton.
No, I said Matthew Perry.
No.
I did.
Why would you listen to Matthew Newton's autobiography? What am I doing?
I don't know.